freaking duo. The duo. My name is Need.
Ooh, my name is this.
And my name is Need.
Hey, my name is this.
Wow.
D to the U to the O. D to the U to the O. D to the U to the O. Yeah, D to the U to the O. 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 Yeah, D to the U to the O. We're back.
Why we singing that low this time?
I don't know. We just be doing shit on this show.
I just really don't know why we singing so low.
Oh,
man, I really don't know.
Yeah.
But it was cool for sure.
Yeah, this my motherfucking shit. Mind your business, hoe.
Yeah, because we've been on the road.
Yeah.
You might need to catch up, bro.
Yeah. What's up, Musty Krusty?
No, sure. I'm Trinity Roche.
Destiny Lynn.
I had some chocolate on my lip the whole time we were singing. I hope they don't catch it.
Damn.
It's okay. Just a little something like
Maybe
that.
it is. If you're looking at it harder, don't.
I felt it, so I'm like, damn. Right now, the sing. Stop to lick it out. But yeah,
I'm dead.
we back, y'all. I'm Trinity Roche.
I'm Destiny Lynn.
And this is DNT Podcast.
Welcome back.
If you don't know, you better get to know the duo.
Whew. How you feeling?
No, let me give it time. Give it time. No, you first looking at it. Pick me.
I'm straight, man. I have been struggling with a damn headache for the last 3 days, and that bitch is sitting on the bottom of my skull. You know what? But every time I drink caffeine, they go right away. So I don't, but I slept good last night, so like, maybe I just need some sleep. But I slept real good. I just got
How much
extra
caffeine
hours.
you been taking in?
Not like a half a soda.
You
What?
said half a soda?
Yeah, like a half. I don't like. You know, I'm a water girl. I don't really care for all that. Like, but if I get a headache, like I drink like half a soda, or I just take some Excedrin, you know, got caffeine in it, or a BC or something. It'll go away for a couple hours, but it's right back. I don't know. But I don't like to just be full of medicine, like.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I just need to go to sleep, take my head on and go to sleep. Like, because when you get all that medicine in you, then you feel terrible. Like,
Yeah.
and then my kidneys trying to filter all that bullshit.
True.
Like, then I'm even worse. But other than that, I'm good, working straight. Yeah, like, y'all, the behaviors has still been happening because I'm a behavior taker, if y'all don't know. But I just be so unfazed. Like,
Yeah.
come on, let's get it together. Like, you know,
Getting to know you.
I don't know. I've just been going with the flow this week. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Whatever. Nana.
Well, I'm very well. Less than highly favored.
For sure.
As cliche as it sounds.
Yeah, that's major. Some days it's major. Some days it's your win.
For real.
That's like we had a meeting today. It was like everybody write one win, like that they done had in the last little bit. And I was like, when we ended up talking about all of them, I'm like, y'all, we do check-ins like on our podcast where I said sometimes it just be God woke me up and I had a meal today or whatever. Like,
Thanks.
I'm still alive is my win today. Like, sometimes it just be the win. So,
I came back home. Lights were still on.
okay.
I came back home. Just that enough.
I was promised.
No, for real.
I was promised that.
I had literally been on the road for 5 days. I had been on the road traveling since Wednesday
Yeah.
because I had to go back home. When I literally made a turnaround trip Wednesday when I went to Blower. And I came back the same night. And then the next night I got on the road to go to Texas. And then I went to Memphis. And then I went to Blower. And now I'm back home. So
Yeah.
I have been on the road for 5 days.
Yeah, that's exhausting. What did you do today? Did you sleep? Did you rest?
No. No.
What did
But,
you do? So?
I got some last night though. Last night I know for sure. Last night I was sleep
Just
by
drained.
10. last night I know for sure I fell asleep between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock.
Right.
Like when I'm talking about
like 9, like out. I woke up.
Maybe it was. I know for sure. By the time I know, I text old boy. I had put it on Messy Monday. I didn't even make it through Messy Monday.
I knew you was.
Last time I looked at my phone, I seen it was like 9:40 something. I'm talking about, I don't even remember those at all. But I purposely, as soon as I made it home here last night, Tisha told me I made it home.
Yeah.
And I took some melatonin on purpose because I'm like, I was already tired, but I'm like,
you'll get up, get to doing shit.
I just wanted to sleep. Like I literally came home, I stripped out my clothes, I took the melatonin and got in the bed. Like I was like, just want me something to watch until I doze off.
Yeah.
I had said I was gonna watch 2 things. I said I'm gonna watch Miss Monday and I need to finish the last little part of Insidious.
Yeah. Girl.
Child, I woke up, I'm like, dang, I don't even know where I left off on Miss Monday. Girl, I had to check my YouTube history, girl, 4 long videos and play. I'm talking about like podcast episodes and everything. I said, child, so yeah. That'll just let y'all know my highlight of the week is I had a Casino trip.
Yes.
To Texas, specifically to go to this dude named Tim Ross that has a podcast. He had a launch event for his app that he dropped. And it was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
It was. It was everything.
To be in the presence of.
I seen Michael Tide, Michelle from Destiny's Child. I felt that her real name is something with an L because she said it. Because not Mike, but Tim Ross calls her TT, and it comes from her real name, which is like, it's either Leticia or something like that. Leticia Michelle Williams. And I seen Tasha Cobbs.
Yes. And then I love that little hat she had on.
Yeah, you know, it was in red. I was like, put on for the girls.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was in Dallas for 2 days, and then Saturday I went to see Desi Banks. Oh my God, when I said
we didn't really just talk about that.
Funny.
Yeah.
Well worth the drive for real. Like he was so funny.
And you said everybody else he had was
funny. Friend, I'm talking about was saying some like real, like funny, relatable shit. Like one dude, the girl sitting beside me, I'm like, he too fine. Like he not gonna be funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, I said, look at dude, like he is not gonna be out there. Baby, he came out the gate talking about some good jokes. Got to talk about COVID and how I said they got here, but they don't want to worry about COVID. Bitch, I'm out here fucking raw. You think I ain't taking risks? Like.
I'm fucking crying.
He was, oh my God. He had some joke talking about like how women had like fupas and some people probably got like just stomach and coochie. He was like, nah, some of y'all got coochie, stomach, coochie, stomach. Friend, I'm talking about I had us rolling like.
I
had to go follow him on Instagram because he was funny.
Yeah. Something that we don't do it, I feel like not as big now that we're adults is the comedy shows. Like, maybe we just don't live somewhere where it's like a thing. Yeah. But you know, like back in, like, well, for us, like back in the day, my mom and them could always
it's more of an older people thing. Or
my mom and them could always go to like the Funny Bone and catch a good like laugh and stuff. Like, I feel like when I had them, but when I went to Kevin Hart,
I ain't never seen Kevin Hart.
Friend, like, and even like a couple people he had, they was funny too, but like. It was just a different experience, like going to a comedy show. I was like,
when I went to see Mike Epstein one year, he was funny. I'm so mad I didn't see 85 them. They came right to freaking
Little Rock, yeah.
And still ain't see them, but I ain't gonna miss them next year because they finna be on a real big tour next year with some other people. Man, and it's just gonna be epic. I can't wait. Yeah. I said, ain't no way I missed them 2 times in a row. Came right to Little Rock, and I was like, no. I'm not gonna go. Talk myself out of it like, nah, you can miss out. Not again.
Not again. I ain't really got no.
Look, it's gonna be them, Mike F, D-Ray Davis, Lil Duval. These 2 people. He is funny too. I just started following him. He be making some funny real videos. And then Moneybag Mafia, he like hood funny, but he's still funny too. So yeah, ain't no way to see all the people at once.
Right.
That's gonna be that one. What's your highlight?
I don't really got no, highlight, but we went to see Palm Bluff and Joe T play, and it was in Palm Bluff, and like, I ain't never just been to that stadium, but it was okay. It was, but then it was just like just to sit and peep the scene. Like Palmbrook found out that they was no one seed in the conference, and so like they got the better half of the playoffs right now, and they was so hype, and it was cool. That's about my highlight. It was cool.
How was church? Did you go to church?
Church was good. Church was good. Yeah, he talked about basically like, and it was first Sunday, so I got my communion. Actually, they had 2 services, but they both were really good. I'm not gonna lie. But he had just talked about like we have to like Christians or people of faith like giving, like leading other people, like giving other people a chance and turning them back to God and stuff like that. And it went deep, but yeah, it was good. It was a good message because we always talk about like how everybody is kind of getting back to that, to God and stuff. So
yeah. Excuse me. Girl, I ain't going to. I'll tell you. Okay, I'm
girl.
When I went to church, when I say me and my cousin sitting in church peeping everything, I'm like, man, I feel like I was in a coffee shop part 2.
That ain't right. You just days myself.
Just peeping everything. I'm talking about they just pointing it out. I'm like, look, y'all so organized. It ain't even funny.
Yeah.
Like, girl, yeah.
It's better now. You know, I told you about but girl, yeah, we'll talk church shit after this, cause
after we done with this,
hey, church for me.
Something, very much something. But anywho,
child. Let me drink this hot ass candy. It's getting hot.
So for my little segment of the week, the name of this book. Yeah. But just know, you know, I be into like the numbers and everything, or just like synchronicities and stuff and astrology of that sort. And I had just wanted to do like a refresher on myself of like my number or whatever, and I found out my destiny number, which is 9. No, it's 8. Yes, my personal like destiny number, life path number or whatever is an 8. And afterwards, don't let me forget, but I'm gonna let you do yours, and then it's like certain things in this book that they talk about, and I want you to just let me know if it kind of aligns with like where you are right now, or just your journey you've been on like thus far. Because what I found very interesting is one of the things about mine, like once I found out my personal life number was an 8, it'll tell you in the book like for a person that's like a number 8, if you're a person that's a number 9, and on top of me being like my destiny path number is an 8, but like my also like the day you was born, like that have a lot to do with like a lot of stuff in your life, from like your day of the week, like your best month, like a personal year and everything. Yeah. So I'm gonna just read some of the stuff it had said under my personal thing, and some of the stuff that it said that I need to learn to be is authoritative, determined, in control, successful, persevering, thorough, and a leader.
You need to learn?
Need to learn, or like, but you know, that's the irony of it. Yeah. Because that stuff I already kind of, but it'll tell you stuff you need to learn not to be. Okay. And this kind of coincides with the stuff that I'm already being or learning to be. And it says, hungry for power, money, or material possessions, fatalistic in outlook, oppressive, a schemer, or misunderstood. So you see how it kind of like coincides with the stuff I gotta be. I have to also know that they can also be a weakness at times too. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it, or take it for granted. Yeah. And so in the book under my number for the number 8, it says what it said you must learn to be. And it was another page in here I made sure I had followed it. Oh, I just thought this was interesting. If you know the day that you were born, he kind of did like this little analogy song, I guess, that was like real popular back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that I was born on a Tuesday, and for Tuesday it says Tuesday's child, as Solomon said. And I went and read under like the days of birth. It said if you were born on a Tuesday, you're likely to have an aggressive, forthright personality. Mars, the active planet, adds force and energy to your zodiac sign. If you were born under a fire sign, however, this could add more fuel and lead to excessive fights, arguments, or accidents. Develop a stronger sense of self-determination. And I just noticed not.
I think it might be Sunday, Monday.
Yeah. But I just know that's not a coincidence when I found that out. So where he said aggressive, forthright personality, because it's like big and bold. Yeah. So
yeah, I can't be out like that.
No, seriously. Like, especially when I did this, when I started learning like the to be, I said, oh, okay, this me. Then it was like, not to be. And first thing I thought about, shoes.
Yeah, that's what.
I see, like, yeah. So I just thought that was definitely interesting to know. So I can't wait. I want us to do the rest after the episode.
Okay.
So if y'all are into, like I said once before, a couple episodes back, if y'all just into numbers and astrology, then y'all need to start investing in some of these books, because I just look at them as a guide. I'm not even saying everything in here gonna be true, but a lot of it is very synchronicities.
Why do me feeling like, it just be so stuck between like Christian and astrology, but like it all goes hand in hand. If God created this earth, like he made, it was a strategy behind us, and so I just
hope I'll find it before the episode though, because he even mentioned it in here about how
like
there's
it's not one against the other.
There's a thing in religion how people have always said that it's been a demonic thing to use numbers, when the man even breaks down like the meaning behind the number 666 and how the year that God died or whatever, or he talks about a verse that happened in like Revelations or whatever, and how specific God got with the numbers that was in it. He even talked about how it's a whole book in the Bible called Numbers, like in the Old Testament. So yeah, he got into some stuff like that.
To just know what they be talking
about. But yeah, I just know, like I said, stuff like that to me just is not a coincidence. Like, I think everything is just all about alignment and destiny and your faith, and yeah. So get the book if you're into that type of stuff. If not, it's okay. I will continue to, shed light on it for those that are interested in those type of things. And that's just that on that.
I was just saying. That's just that on that.
Yeah.
And now let's get into the sugar and ice.
No, sure, because let's get into weeds. And I showed like, girl, he even got a whole thing in here that talks about like people that gamble, like how numbers and stuff can help you with gambling. The sporting event. He got into some historical events and stuff that happened like between like JFK and everything. Girl, it be them numbers to be numbering. That's all I'm telling you. But okay, let people know what we're finna be talking about. And I purposely said, I'm like, I'm gonna let her peep. Some of the things to talk about.
Okay, yeah. So we asked everybody on like Instagram or whatever, like we always be asking for the topics.
I was ready to talk my shit about that, but I'm like, you know what? I'm probably gonna just let them slide this time. Y'all gonna wonder why.
Well,
when y'all say why we ain't spoke on this or why y'all ain't said this, it's like y'all don't be asking shit. So
yeah, like,
we're gonna continue to talk about what the fuck we won't talk about.
No, for real. So we always we try to like interact with y'all. I don't know what's going on Instagram, but people swear like, yeah, let's talk about it. I'm finna go on the rant real quick. But people always say like, I watch y'all podcasts, y'all be watching the Instagram reels, but don't react to nothing or don't comment or whatever. So
and that's crazy to me. Like how them
going on a Monday.
Like that you was going on a Monday. That's crazy to me. Like how the views do not be adding up like the interaction. So I don't know. Yeah. Maybe we gonna have to crack the code and see what it's gonna take for y'all to like really interact, because y'all be watching like I've been people that even on my personal page when I asked last night, like ask me anything, like I be giving y'all that window of opportunity, but like y'all don't be big steppers enough to take it, or
but wanna be on the podcast
so bad, or just wanna. Even the one comment we had when you slid up to my son, man, y'all forgot about me. Like I'm so curious to know, like, why do you think that?
Like,
when have we heard from you anytime soon? Like, have you been invested in any of the endeavors or been really tapped in or concerned to know like what type of journey we've been on? Like the shit we probably been going through personally?
and granted, like, I ain't checked on you either, but I mean, that's different for me. Like,
yeah. And I start the, and I was gonna word it either way, yeah, because I start the word and then they be on somewhere, you know, friend when, you know, with somebody over there, but I'm just still like, yeah, I still been over here dealing with my person too and dealing with some other shit too, so I can't even just single that and make it seem like it's just friend because shit, it's really been the both of us just really on some other type of time. It's like,
thanks.
You know, it's a time and season, I think, for everything. You know
for
what I'm
sure. For sure.
You don't be no bad blood or nothing.
Nah, but like we support when we can, you know what I'm saying? But the thing was like we was gonna just hear from y'all and get some, you know, conversation started from y'all, but nobody commented. So here we are.
Like literally, y'all, we posted and asked like
on both pages, like
give us topics to talk about or questions, not topics. Like we really said, what's some stuff y'all want to know? Like shoot us some questions.
Like we try, but
anyway, 100 of y'all seen it and nobody out of it. It'd be wild to me, like
nobody.
It's okay though.
Yeah, it's like
you gotta be thankful. I be just peeping it like it's okay, God. I'm thankful for all seasons. I'm thankful for
sure
every love.
Because guess what? The content is still coming.
Yeah.
So I think it was last night. So y'all, I'm just one of the people. I just love to have deep conversations. I just love to talk. I'm a fucking talker and I can't shut up. But so literally my man was chilling in bed and I was just going through Pinterest and I look up so much stuff on Pinterest that random stuff just pop up. Kind of like Instagram, you start watching certain stuff, it come up. So like it'd be a lot of like relationship questions or whatever. And so I'm sitting there just asking him questions. Well then once I went back to like my explore page, it was like questions. So that's when them questions popped up because I guess it just seen I was looking up like deep questions. So I came across this I guess it was a screenshot, whatever. And it says deep existential questions to ask anyone. And I had to look up what existential meant because I don't know what the hell that means. And it was like basically, hold on, let me not get it wrong because the cameras of YouTube will drive me relating to existence. So, anywho, so friend it's 20 questions on here, but friend just asked me to like pick a few that I want to talk about or us to talk about. So the first one that stood out to me was
right. So in honor of y'all not asking any questions,
we coming up.
We're still coming with some questions.
With some questions, yeah. We just gonna talk.
You see how fast the first time works. See how fast it turns out.
I really like a lot of these, but
that's why I say, come on, we can let's get into it.
Okay, so I start with number 1. It says, should happiness come easy to us, or should we have to work hard to find it? I feel like happiness is within.
I was just about to
say
something like that.
That's on you. Like
I was gonna say, I think it's all about what you desire for your level of happiness to be.
Yeah.
Like happiness to one might be so minor compared to the next.
For sure.
Happiness for one person might be $1 million.
Yeah.
Happiness to another might be a tray of cupcakes. You know.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just all about pushing.
Because we could talk about like our parents. Like my dad, happiness is like being able to just chill. Like he go to the gym, he come home like. He don't got a lot going on in his life, but he content, happy with that. Like, like something will go wrong, he don't be like so shook up. Yeah, he like, cause I'm good where I'm at. Like you comfortable, he comfortable within. Yeah. So everything else is minor.
Like you know, for some people that's homebodies over there, staying home. Kicking it at home.
That's a good example.
You know, smoking whatever they smoke or drinking their wine or, you know, just watching movies at night or drinking coffee or whatever it is they do at home. That's their level of happiness to them. Some people don't like to have a lot of time on their hands. Like when Deja was like, she has to always be doing something. Right. Or that's how she stays stimulated.
And
you
that's her happiness, like being busy.
Being busy
keeps
her sane.
Yeah, fact.
So I think it all just depends on what your level of happiness should be. But to answer the question, should it come hard? Should it come easy?
Or should we have to work hard to find it?
Work hard to find it. I will go with working hard to find it because I don't know, some shit in life just not gonna come easy, and I feel like the main core things that are like intangible, they're not gonna come easy.
Right.
So
I definitely feel like you gotta work for it, because we are surrounded by a lot of things, like fed a lot of things in our mind.
I would say maintaining with that. With you just even saying that, I feel like maintaining
the happiness.
The happiness is the part.
The hard.
The
hard part. Facts, because you just soak in so much all the time. So it's easy to get thrown off balance. So yeah. So that's another one. What genetic enhancement could make humanity a better species?
That's funny. A genetic enhancement?
Yeah.
That could
made up in your genes could make humanity a better species.
A genetic enhancement? Like just to make all humans?
Yeah, make humanity a better species.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
It make you think though.
Yeah.
So if y'all know, y'all comment if y'all have any questions. Any answers to the questions.
Right.
Comment what y'all think. But genetic answer, like
good sex. If everybody had good.
That was the first thing I just thought about. Like
that'd be the world would be. We gonna need 2 earths.
Like if everybody was blessed,
yes,
and highly
favored in your private area, we all be getting along, bro. Everybody, but then again, it might be the downside to it because the coochie's out here too good and the wiggle is out here winging. Boy, it's gonna be. Never mind. It's gonna be so many World Wars right here. Nah, everybody can't have good. Everybody cannot have good. But everybody cannot have good.
Look. If everybody did, nobody would have to go look for somebody else's.
Man, they still gonna. People ain't never gonna stay in their lane. People ain't never gonna stay in their lane though. She gonna be like, dang, girl.
Somebody what those be like?
Them gonna want to swap it. Never mind. No.
Oh, shit.
So it's a pro and a con, but that's definitely one I'm gonna say, honey. If everybody had good sexual actions, it was blessed.
And I don't even want to say that, but maybe certain things that like.
Cause what's
make
something
people
in your
bully?
gene?
Like
what's something?
Like something you genetic, like you was born with, where you get bullied for it. Like any of those, any of the
disorders,
disabilities,
or anything with like disoriented appearances.
Yeah, and granted, like if we didn't have those, some people wouldn't have jobs and like, but it's like one of those. I think I don't like that bullying shit. So I be like, if everybody could be healthy, happy and healthy. Cause I think too, like a lot of mamas and parents won't be so stressed.
I get what you. Yeah, I get what
you 24 and your child got disorders and was born this way. You can't help that.
That's a whole different.
You're stressed.
Whole different realm
you
have to maintain and learn about. So
So we didn't talk about I think we talked about it off camera, but like killing people and stuff, and it says
killing people.
We didn't talk about like why would you be that angry? Like
okay.
Kill somebody. I think we was talking about Bible studies.
No,
like
we ain't trying to.
My bad.
We're not incriminating ourselves.
No, we just had a Bible study about like the sins and stuff.
Killed anyone.
But my record clean.
Yeah,
that was a traffic ticket.
Squeaky. Yeah.
But it says, when is the use of violence justified? So that's why I said that. Like we didn't talk about like the sins and stuff, and like killing and violence. Like when is it justified?
I was just about to say, I'm gonna always say self-defense for sure.
I think that's the only time.
Literally.
You would want to say like, man, they killed my sister. Like, this should be justified, but it's not.
It doesn't work that way.
It don't work that way. Now, if you and your sister was together, and you know what I'm saying, like it was I just think self-defense. Like, I think that's the only way it just truly be justified. Like, you was trying to protect, and even then.
And does the question say when does violence?
Yeah, it don't have to say killing or nothing.
But it's just saying when should violence be justified?
Even just beating somebody ass, like when is that justified?
Yeah, because I'm defending myself, so like.
But I just hate, unpopular opinion. I just hate the fact that like men get to get beat on. And
I was just about to say, like, what about, I was just finna say something about like domestic abuse, like
it's not really no consequences on her end. Like you hear more so like the man went to jail because he hit her back, and it's like, girl, you just work his ass out.
Yeah,
like he human, and that shit hurt.
And that's where I think sometimes you have to unlift the veil of like. Gender, like this, because I am a woman and he is a man, he already has the upper hand by being a man. So
then we just gotta have more respect for each other too. True. Like I don't know, because I just be like, I always looked at domestic stuff is
like if we were to unveil that and I look at it from a gender role and look at it from person to person, human to human. Like,
and I always say, I'm not hitting no man, I don't want them to hit me. I'm not hitting you because
don't ever be out here thinking y'all finna just keep hitting on me and getting away with it. Like, get the all right.
So like it said, one should be justified, but I feel like a lot of times, like, man, like it was self-defense, but you still
anytime
because it was a woman.
We saying anytime it's considered self-defense, male or female,
it should be justified. It can be justified. Okay, it said, are all people born equally or are people born with more or fewer opportunities than others? And I love this question so much because I have talked about this before with my dad or whatever. And it said, are all people born equally or are people born with more or fewer opportunities than others?
Definitely not born equally.
For one, being black, you already not born equally.
Right. Whether other races, some races like to accept it or not, like depending on when it come down to a situation.
For sure.
Because of how you look.
It's already like, well, and then the opportunities are already few for you.
Yeah.
Because of the color of your skin. Also, we can't help who had us. So if my parents come from poverty, more than likely that's all they know. And so I'm probably gonna be born in poverty or middle class, like, but other people may be born into a parent who owned a couple businesses, did this, like went to school, like they have better opportunities because they're who their parents are.
Right.
So I definitely don't think.
Yeah, and even if we not even do race, like even if we just do.
That's what I'm saying.
Within us, like we saying, like depending on.
It's plenty of black people that wasn't had to deal with half this born in the hood or eating fried bologna and
or even now, even how we're born in this generation versus them, the people before us and how they was. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah. And now we probably got that. We have the upper hand on it. They didn't have. Yeah, they didn't have the upper hand on. So
and that's why I said too. Like one of my sisters always said, like It's not what cards you are dealt, it's what you do with those cards that makes who you are, like make your future, you know what I'm saying? So no matter, and now you are in control of that, like you are in control of doing better, like breaking those curses and doing better than what you came from.
A lot of us are still we grow this like oppressive mindset, I guess, and like you said, it's like granted, yes, some people are born into messed up situations, but I think it also circles back to the first question we just started talking about. Like, it all depends on what level of happiness you're trying to achieve. Like, you know, how where you want to see yourself be in life. Like,
Right.
how hard are you? What are you willing to do? What it takes to actually reach what it is you're trying to obtain? Like,
Will
yeah,
you
it's just
make
all
it,
about
or
what,
will you
like
let
I
it
said
make
all
it?
the time, life is what you make it.
Make it.
Regardless of whatever the circumstances you were born in, I think everything still happens for a reason. If it was meant for you to be born in a whatever type of home and had this many siblings or grew up this type of way, you would have been like that. Like, even for us that even say, oh, I don't belong in this generation, I should have been born in the wood. Like,
Yeah.
to a certain extent, I don't agree with that because
Yeah.
I be all about time and like, God put you in this season for
a reason. Right. For sure. I agree with that. I like that question. Oh, it says, do you think humans are born with ethics or do we learn them through life? Ethics being moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity.
Definitely something you
learn.
Taught, yeah, or learn throughout
For sure.
life.
Is suffering necessary to live a meaningful life?
To have a balance, yes.
Suffering? We can struggle. Like suffering.
To suffer though, I feel like depending on the circumstances, some people see struggle as suffering. So that's why I'm still saying yes.
Mm.
To me, to some, struggling is enough suffering. To struggle is enough suffering, and we ain't even gotta go into like the deep depths of suffering, because she is suffering to somebody out there might be being single, like not having a partner, like they feel like they suffer because they don't have someone, versus she is suffering to one might be waiting one day later to get your check. Suffering to somebody might be the loss of a child, having cancer, losing someone. So I feel like it's different levels of suffering. That's why I don't think it's just, I think when we hear suffering though, first when I think about it be health circumstances like cancer or diabetes or anything like that. I feel like that's the first thing I think about when I hear suffrage. Like,
when I hear suffrage, it's like, or suffering, it'd be like just needing help and can't get out.
Yeah.
Like you just you didn't accepted your defeat. When I hear suffering, like that made me think like you just suffering now. You just sitting there in your hurt, in your pain, and that's it.
And that's what I'm saying. For certain people, that's it.
Yeah.
Like some people accept that as their fate. Not to say that that's always a good thing,
but
I feel like
necessary to live a meaningful life. If you come out of it,
the state of suffering, the state of undergoing pain, distress, or hardship.
Well, if you say it like that, I guess it could.
To experience or be subjected to something bad or unpleasant. Then he got another definition: to be affected by or subject to an illness or an ailment. So,
we'll say yeah. I feel like yes. Cause
so,
that makes the story like everybody got a story.
To have
like everybody went through some type of suffering.
I was just about to say, like trials and tribulations.
To their breakthrough, for sure.
Trials and tribulations, like when they tell you gotta touch somebody or reach somebody. Yeah, I want to know like how you came up, how you made that 100K. But if it ain't got no real like pain or no.
Like, you ain't really have to get it out the mud.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people ain't interested in that. They don't care about that. Like, I know about all the good shit. Tell me the bad. Tell me what it is I have to look. Tell me what it is I got to look forward to. Mm-hmm. I know the sunshines and rainbows coming. I know that. I'm visualizing that. We don't never visualize.
And I ain't going,
We never want to visualize or talk about the bad shit that's going to come with it. Like, but you got to have that too in order to have the good shit. Facts. It's all about balance. So
I was about to say, like, I always said in life, like, growing up, like, I just wonder when, like, my bad time gonna come. Mm-hmm. Like, I wonder when I'm gonna get sick or that, like, that life-changing moment gonna happen. Because everybody goes through a pivot moment. Everybody goes through something traumatic to them or significant to them that changes your whole perspective on stuff, or just changes the way you live and you move around.
It's crazy you said that, because on God, I'm currently watching. I started watching Megan first episode.
Me too.
And she talked about in there about how the analogy she used was like, it's like getting hit by a dodgeball. Like, you never see that smack coming until it hits you, and she feels like it came at a time where she wasn't aware of who her enemy was. Like, she knew of the enemy, but she wasn't aware of who the enemy was, in a sense. So like, when it hit her hard because she wasn't prepared. Like, she didn't have time to prepare,
right? Because
she was so focused on everything else. Like, she wasn't really just focused on the enemy or who the enemy is, in a way, of sense to how she put it. And it's like, she feel like this has been like, it has put her through a great time of suffering, like these last 6 months that she's been going through. Like, I don't think we ever just really focus on, like you say, when we're gonna have that moment. Yeah. Like, we always, if anything, in a sense, we know it's gonna come, prepare for it, or be trying to dodge it, but you gotta have it. Like, it's gonna come. It's just all about how you gonna react or how you gonna get out of it once you get approached with it. I would say so.
How do you fully give yourself to someone without losing who you are? I feel like it's boundaries to that. Like,
I was gonna say, I think that
you gotta set the boundaries.
But even with boundaries, depending on when they say like fully give yourself to somebody, well, I don't know if you consider that a boundary, but like, it's gonna be some level you still gonna go to, the where you're gonna bend whatever to, if you want to fully extend that open arm and give yourself to the next person. Like, you gotta be vulnerable. Like,
well, I understand that, but losing who you are, I guess that's just on you to, like, continue to do the self-work through that time. Like, continue to make time for you too. Like, I understand that it's gonna be moments that I'm just gonna give my all to whoever, like, shit, even to my friend, but like, still, them troubles ain't gonna last always. Like, so if we talking partner though, like, I'm still giving myself, but I'm still gonna make time for me. And I guess that's the boundary I'm saying. Like, still
make time putting
still putting you in there, in whatever you go through at some point. I don't know. I ain't never felt like I lost myself being with somebody. So, I don't. Maybe I'm not answering that question right, but
it's definitely possible though.
Yeah. But and I think it's a moment where you do lose yourself, and then when you have the realization, you be like, okay, back to me.
Yeah, let's revert back.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I ain't gonna lie, I think that's one. It was something I watched recently too, and it had me thinking, like, I feel like that's one reason why I'm just not so uppity in the air about like marriage, because I feel like with marriage, like, I have to like be fully willing and devoted to giving everything to you, like, once we're under that covenant. And it's like the end of that question say, like, you get to a point sometimes where it ain't about you. It's about you, their family, those kids. It's about everything. And granted, men talk about a lot of things that the women can receive, like, from becoming married, but from a woman's standpoint too, it's like, I'm fully devoted to you now, like, doing whatever it's gonna take, like, for you to continue to be who you are, so that we can still be what we are. And it's like, to a certain extent, there is no more self once you at that threshold of like being a union and being married and doing all of that. Versus, I mean, if I'm just dating,
so maybe you just have a new reality at that point, like a new.
Probably, I don't know. It just depends.
I ain't never been there, so we're gonna see.
Yeah, and I think it just depends, and that's why I think versus when you're in a relationship and you have a partner that you're dealing with, like, it's easy to revert back to self. Yeah. Like, because there's nothing that's keeping that glue there's things that's keeping that glue together depending on, what you and that person got. But when you're married, like, under that vow, like, with God in the midst of it, like, they get a little sticky. So, but to each his own.
I mean, that don't necessarily mean that, like, it's a bad thing.
It's
like,
not, but
because I think moms, like, being a mom, you probably lose yourself. Like,
that's probably another reason why some women don't want to have
kids.
Because they know that
a lot change about you. A lot, your mind, your body, like you're no longer.
Some people don't.
You're no longer Tanika. You're so and so's mom. Like
some people don't want to lose that feeling of just being for self, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Like because you don't want to get to that point to where you starting to lose that, or there is no. You just not who, like you said, when you take on all of that, you have other stuff to think about. There's other stuff into the equation that is going to, regardless, still. And I think take a lot away of moms just
end up like accepting the new identity. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's depending on person, case by case scenario.
Something to think about.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like all these questions really have you thinking. It says, do you think someone can exist without living?
Yeah, shit. People do it every day.
People do it all the time. That's what it says. People do it all the time. Is happiness the result of chemical reactions in our body, or does it have a deeper meaning?
I definitely think it's the first answer.
The chemical reaction.
Because it's just an emotion. Happiness is just yeah. Sure. That's why I've also heard once before, like, that's why happiness is really so temporary, because you have to keep fueling it. Like, you have to keep
triggering that hormone for it to even...
for you to even have that reaction to whatever it is that's triggering it.
Thanks.
So.
Is there any such thing as freedom?
Yes.
Explain.
Single. Shit. You're free.
I guess it just be your definition of freedom. Like,
yeah.
Cause shit, y'all hear me talk about all the time. I want to have
financial freedom.
Yeah, like, shit. I want to be free from the shackles, the limitations that I'm in right now.
Mental, like to be mentally free, like to be aware and wake up and.
Now, if y'all go on a deeper level about living on in US, hey yo. I ain't got, like they get the we can go deeper, but in ways I need to be free. Yeah. I feel like it's accessible. Yeah. For sure. And then the last one, I like this. I like to end on this. As far as the questions, when you're no longer here, what will people remember about you?
Say what I want them to.
Okay, or we could do for each other. No, I want you to do that for you. Because it says me. But I want you to say what you want them to remember about you.
Okay, because I don't know what they will remember me as, regardless of what I want to be remembered as. People going to still have
their own experiences.
For sure. And based off how I want life to go and what it has planned for me, I know I'm going to be reminded. I'm going to be remembered for some type of like leading situation, some type of like leadership with something. I don't even know what that something is. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm definitely going to be known as a motherfucker that stood up and stood out and was standing on business. And yeah, for sure. I feel like even within the podcast, like I don't know how it's going to be. How it's gonna get out there, and it ain't even gotta be something that's just grand and like worldwide because that's something I've been thinking about lately too. Like being in there, like real, like limelight, like globally, even like nationally. Like I don't want to be able. I don't want to take on like all of that spotlight. Yeah, to a certain extent, I want a lot of things to still be very confidential and
for sure
within my life. So yeah. I want to be big, but I don't have to be as big. Yeah. If that makes sense.
I don't have to be Times Square.
But, yeah. But I'm gonna be Arkansas Square for sure.
Yeah. Like Times. What's it called? Book like the Billboard.
Yeah.
But you're gonna know this duo.
Yeah. Sure. I don't know how. I don't know how it's when or when it's gonna happen, but I want to be remembered as somebody that is heavy on the denied never meant delayed, or delayed never meant denied.
For sure. Yes. I like that because
another thing.
I feel like I'm one of them that I said it the other day, like, I'm just meant for, I don't want to say it like this, but like, for the slow money.
Something my mom preached about yesterday. Well, she didn't preach about it, but a little speech she gave like this past Sunday was like being able to like bounce back, like being in your bounce back season, and that's gonna be another thing too. Because even just for the little eyes that be watching me now, like I feel like because of my post death, like I'm gonna forever be looked at as the person that was able to like bounce back, and I know I'm gonna be able to bounce back and overcome. Not saying I'm not going to have my moments and go through and still grieve, because I know there's still a whole layer of like I gotta deal with for the rest of my life. But throughout the journey, I'm definitely gonna be seen as the one that was able to bounce back. And for some,
or to even push through,
yeah,
like for sure.
Yeah.
I say I want to be remembered as the person that shed light. Like every time you see me, like I gave you some type of joy. Like I was able to help you in whatever way. Like even if it's just by being me. Yeah. Like even just my presence just helped you have a better day. Like I just want to be the person that went to help. I just want to be known as
the helper.
The helper, and that without no hesitation.
The helper and the leader. Look at that.
Nobody. I mean, there was no hesitation. Like
I read to tell.
Like I just want to be. Known being me. Like just to know that I am genuine and I don't have no ill intent behind nothing. Yeah. Like whatever she did, it prospered because of the intentions behind it. Like so I just want to know me and Destiny Lynn. Yeah. The youngest to do it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm the youngest of my group, of my siblings. So
for sure.
I don't know, the one that stood out of my siblings too, like, yeah, I want to live off grid so bad.
She made it through.
I want to live off grid so bad.
Man.
I just want to be way over there and everybody else be way over there.
Well, I ain't even if I never just make it to be off grid, like, I just need my own, like,
I want to have a private life.
Space.
Yeah.
Like,
I do want to keep my life, like, somewhat private. Like, I don't want... Like, I don't want all that extra
always be around the society.
Yes, like, y'all go out there to them acres and this.
Yeah.
Baby, we cooking like slave days. Like, we got to deal. We out there picking fruit and
everything.
Vegetables, cleaning the bitches in the kitchen. I just want, I want to be the person, the sister that stood out.
That's what's gonna be it right there, right? Definitely, remember me as the outsider.
The outsider fact.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like everybody.
The outsider. I'm not. You can't box me in. I would never be able to be confined. And like you say, box in.
And you know what? I like that about both of us because nothing is beyond us.
Yeah.
Like some bitches won't go fix it. Like, bitch, what if...
Oh, like saying, like...
Like, little shit like that. Like, bitch, you won't even go fishing. That's what... That would make me different from you already.
Right.
Bitch, I cut a fish off, scale it, and cook it. Shit. Man, we gotta eat around here, okay? We don't know.
Literally.
Hey, I finna start doing some other shit to that food. Shit. But just little shit like that.
I like it though.
Yeah, I hope picture some more.
Some more, right. Definitely. That way because we can fuck on.
Questions about
everything. Y'all enjoyed that because I did. I really
I think that was outside about sometimes it's hard to just keep coming up with topics and questions, so I like that. Yeah. Like made you think a little bit.
For sure.
Yeah.
Have been tuned in to another episode of DNT Podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. You'll never be disappointed. Y'all always gonna be subscribed and help on this channel. Tell a friend about the mother freaking
duo.
God dang it, I ain't gonna keep telling y'all every time I get on here.
Come in my camera one more time. I'm gonna break a neck because I was feeling rough.
Halloween kiss and they will never know. That's crazy.
Ah.
Well, y'all stay tuned for what we got coming up.
Yes. Y'all, we been busy.
Yeah.
We finna get busy.
Yeah, we finna get busy. We definitely doing. It's definitely harvest season. It's giving harvest.
No, definitely.
Definitely in that season. Like a lot of people is already saying like they over 2023. I gotta finish on strong note. I'm at that. We almost there at the threshold for 24, but it's all about it's all about how you gonna clean up the rest of 23.
It's definitely the harvest season.
Yeah. Like,
woo!
Some of y'all
I can't wait.
Already.
I can't wait
like,
for 2024.
And even with that, like people be so quick to be on some. Oh, I just can't wait for 2024. You think the enemy gonna stop throwing shit at you?
I just can't wait.
We gonna be mad to see you made it to next year.
It keeps happening for me. Going through my breakthrough.
Yeah.
She probably before.
Ready to start preaching on y'all.
Nah,
really quick. But
it's a whole nother thing.
For real. I'm Tanika Roche.
I'm Destiny Lynn.
And Duo signing out. We love y'all.
Love y'all. Good night.